All right, good evening, YouTube. So I just got home and I want to give you a backstory on today's video. So earlier today, I was working on my mom's Durango and I got a text message telling me that there was a mass shooting at a bar where I used to work at. And at first I was like, it's probably like a fake news or whatnot because I've heard of mass shootings happening around town before. Like I heard one in Kroger, like maybe like a couple of months ago, and then a previous one at the high school. So I always hear these fake alerts, So I didn't pay too much attention. But then, especially when it's coming from Facebook. But then they kept sending me pictures, and on one of the pictures, there was a side of the building with like about 5 different windows, all broken up, like they either got shot or something happened because these are pretty strong windows. And I was like, oh damn, maybe something did happen. And then they showed me a bunch of pictures of police all over downtown, and I went on the news, and it said that police are responding to a person with a gun in downtown Galveston. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe something's going on. And so I finished up my work, and I was like, you know what, I want to go get some footage, but I don't want to go right away. I'll wait like over an hour or something, let stuff die down. And it said that they already had the dudes in custody. So, and that it possibly wasn't a mass shooting, that it could have been an armed robbery, and possibly a hostage situation. So I waited a little bit, and then I headed down to downtown. And so this is going to be some other footage that I got. And so my plan was to go to Stuttgart, which is across catty corner from the place where they got shot up, because from my previous videos you could see that you could get a good a video shot of that area. And yeah, so this is the footage. Okay, so this is on 24th and Strand, catty corner to the building where the incident took place, and I'm trying to get footage of the windows that are broken, and just trying to show you where the police presence. And the situation has already been going for like over an hour and a half, maybe even longer, maybe a couple hours. And so everybody's already walking. Like it seemed like the threat was already over. But again, I don't want to get too close. Like I'll keep my distance, and I was gonna wait a little bit longer, just because I don't want to get in the way of police, even though I know I won't be in the way. So yeah, so I went upstairs to Stuttgart, which is just a little bit down the way, and this is an aerial footage. And I started asking around the people that worked there to see if they had any information on what was going on, and I kept hearing different stories, from it was an armed robbery, or they saw somebody with a gun and a mask, to it was a mass shooting, to it wasn't nothing, it was just a guy, a disgruntled employee. So I was like, man, I don't know. Or also a hostage situation. So so many conflicting stories. And I was thinking, well, maybe there is a hostage situation. Maybe that's why the police are still there, because I heard that they already arrested 2 people. But anywho, I decided that I would just keep on recording, get a quick bite, wait a little bit till I go back down, because I want to really get a close-up footage of the broken windows. And hopefully by that time the police are already gone, or start to head out. So I got a schnitzel and a non-alcoholic drink, and just kept on waiting to see what was gonna happen. Still, even right now, as I'm editing the video, I looked up online and still can't find much any news stories about it. And so we'll see tomorrow. And I saw this really cool sign right there about do not feed the seagulls, no matter what they say. And sure enough, man, the seagulls are ruthless around here. They started coming and attacking that food. Um, it reminded me of one time when I was on the beach. They will come and snatch your food and poop on you to make sure you give them food. Okay, so this is the side of the building. You can see a detective. I don't know, getting his notes there, and you can see the broken windows up there on the third floor. And so the street was already cleared on my side. There was people walking. And as I kept walking and recording, a police officer told me, "Hey, I can't be there." And I'm like, "Well, if I can't be here, how come you didn't tape it off? This is across the street, and there's people all over the street walking." And then he called it on the radio, and then it told him, "Oh yeah, it's been cleared." And he's like, "Oh, okay, I guess you're good." So I put my camera back up, and if I hadn't had a confrontation with that police officer, all those people inside the buildings would have just stayed in there. But as soon as we had that little confrontation, everybody in the buildings came out. It's like a lack of communications on their part. Yeah, so I still don't know what happened. I asked people around there. Some people show me some footage on their phones, which I'll show you in a second. Yeah, but it's kind of weird that I've been talking about this lately on my vlogs about mass shootings, police response. I've been talking about this for weeks, and now it hits close to home again. It's like almost an everyday occurrence now in America. Well, hopefully nobody got hurt. Like I said, I'll find out tomorrow. I might give an update. Yeah. Also, I want to talk quickly about police and cameras. Like, they really don't like people recording, even if you're not in the way. Like I've said it many times. I try to be out of the way, as far as possible, just so they could do their job. Don't have to worry about me, Like I said, you could go back in one of my videos and I mentioned that, let me stop right here. That's one of our trolleys in Galveston. It's not too many cities in the U.S. that still have trolleys on track. I think it's us, New Orleans, and maybe San Francisco. But San Francisco, I think it's a different type of system. Anywho, back to the point. Yeah, I work hard to get out of the way so they could go get their job done, and get it over with. But for some reason, man, they still have that little bit of authority that they just want to push on people, especially when it's not necessary. Like if you're on private property or you're not even in the way, I don't know, man. Leave people be. But they really want to enforce their authority, just like how, like that one time in, I think it was Michigan during COVID lockdown, there was people on their own porch, and your porch is an extension of your home. There were people chilling on their porch, and the police shot pepper balls at them, tell them to go inside. I'm like, you're already in your property, man. You're not breaking the law by being on your own property. But yet they really want to push people like inside to the corners or something. If something was really a threat, you wouldn't be out there, So as I continued shooting, I ended up talking to a guy who told me that he had a confrontation with one of the officers. And basically what he told me is he was right basically across the street and inside the building, and he's recording from inside the building, not outside, he's inside. And the police told him that he needed to stop and head back. And he was like, "Oh, I'm inside. I'm in private property," and that the police told him that he was interfering. So he shut the door on the cop. But again, some of these cops, they just want to push their badge around. If there was really a threat, you wouldn't be worried about somebody across the street. You will be where the action's at, almost like in the Uvalde, where you had the parents trying to get in, and then you had all those cops like working crowd control. You know what? if there's an incident, you should be more worried about the incident than people somewhere else. It almost seems like they don't know what they're doing and they're just making stuff up as they go. Like, well, I don't know what to do. I'm here, so let me just work crowd control and start pushing people back and just keep on going and just making up stuff goes. That way I feel important. It's kind of, I don't know, embarrassing or makes you just want to hate police. And again, I'm not a cop hater, as long as police are doing their job. But don't violate my rights and know the law. Again, if you're on private property, the law kind of, without a warrant, you basically are powerless. We have rights. One more thing before I end this video. The world we're living in is getting more and more violent. I've noticed, like in my local area, like in Galveston, there's more shootings, there's more stabbings, robberies, all kinds of craziness. So I'm a big proponent of staying armed. Okay, so here's the video of this. I'm going to rewind real quick so you can hear it.
You interfered. I ain't interfering with that. I'm right here. It's straight over there. I ain't interfering. No, I'm not.
You saw how casually that police officer just walking with his hands in his pocket. Hey, you're interfering. You need to close. Get back a little bit. Oh yeah, interfering. You're across the street. A little bit of ways. Inside a private building, and want to make a law or something. Again, there was no need for that. But anywho, so that's what happened. I guess I might make a follow up depending on what the news says. Okay, YouTube. Till next time.